Hey, this is Macro Geek, and today's game is Genshin Impact. We're testing this on my Surface Pro 7. I've got the i5 fanless model, which if you have the i7 with the fan, you'll probably get better performance than me. I'm currently plugged into power, and I'm in performance mode. Got an FPS counter running down here in the lower right corner. Now you may notice that dips below 20, below 30 into the high 20s on FPS. I will tell you this, my screen recorder eats about 5 to 10 FPS of performance while it's running. So just to give you, take it with a grain of salt, give you an idea what performance is like. I'm usually seeing 30 to 45 frames with these settings when I'm not running screen recording. So what is Genshin Impact? Well, it's a cross-platform game by a Korean developer. It's kind of Breath of the Wild clone, and its mechanics are tied around the collection of characters. So as you play, you earn little coins, orbs, whatnots that you can trade in to get more characters. Elements are a thing in this game where different characters have spells and effects tied to the elements, and you can build combos off of those. Certain enemies are vulnerable to certain elements. You can do things like freeze an enemy and then hit them with a different spell, and it may have an effect. There's a lot of weapon creation, weapon leveling. If you earn duplicates on the capsule mechanic, you can trade those in to enhance the character you already own. Since it's a mobile-first game, 30 FPS is kind of the standard performance metric for it, though it will run up to 60 on PC. So let me go stand on this rock, and then we'll show you the settings I'm using right now. So here in settings, I like to go graphics. I'll go in this custom menu, and I will take it to the lowest graphics setting first as just a starting point. From there, I will usually change the FPS cap up to 60, and that lets it run above 30 because the two options are 60 and 30. And then I also go down here to crowd density and turn crowd density to low. That means when you go into the city, there'll be less people rendered just milling about. It makes it a little less cluttered for trying to find the characters you're talking to and takes some heat off the CPU. Now I'm running at 1600 by 900 windowed. You can push that up to 1650. You can go all the way down to like 1280 by something. It's up to you. Lower will get you more FPS, but this is my starting point. And then once you make that change, you're going to bounce out to a small window on your desktop. Alt-Enter, the Alt key, and tap the Enter button should put you back in full screen mode, letterbox, so you'll have some black space above and below. I don't mind that. Some people drive them nuts. I'd rather have letterboxing than my character to be squished or stretched because the resolution doesn't match the surface. So with those settings, I'm pulling about 30 frames steady. Game's totally playable. It is not a it's not a precision melee game like Dark Souls. It's really an explore and pick fruits and brawl with bad guys kind of game. So you don't need split second response time to win in this game. I mean, it's built to work with touch controls on a phone, so there's some slop to it, which I find makes it great as a low-end game. Being free to play and with the capsule mechanic really opens it up for, anybody could get into this and not have to spend a ton of money. Though if you want to spend some money, buy some characters, you can do that.
Not so hard!
So yeah, running pretty well, nice and smooth, totally enjoyable. It's something you can play in small bites, which I think is great for a more mobile device. So you can grind out. I think it gives you 4 bounties to do a day, and they can take you, 15 minutes apiece, 10 minutes apiece. It depends if they're near each other on the map, but most of them are go to the thing, kill some bad guys, put, use a certain elemental thing to unlock something, like you pay pay resin into this portal and then kill waves of bad guys, kind of thing. There's currently 2 cities open on the map and then 2 big cities, and they're going to add more as they expand the continent with more content drops. But I've had a lot of fun in the hours I've played it, and so far I haven't spent any real world money, though. You know, maybe buy some gems or whatever, support the devs if you want. I would tell you this, I've looked into the stats on winning the high-end characters. Don't plan on spending cash to unlock like 5-star characters. It's gambling, and it will cost you a lot to get what you want. And really, the game's totally enjoyable with a couple of 3 and 4-star characters that you get for free from doing your daily quest rewards. So, you know, just spend what you can afford or what you want to give to the devs and enjoy what you get out of the capsule mechanic, and don't waste a bunch of money trying to hoard unique characters, because it's totally doesn't really change the fun level of the game. So those are my settings. Works great. Think you should play it. If you have games you'd like to see tested on Surface Pro, drop them in the comments on my YouTube. I'm always adding to a Google Doc of stuff I want to install and review. Bonuses if it's free to play and I can download it for free, or if something that's already in my Steam or Origin or whoever's library. If it's something that I can get on a super sale or cheap or free, I'll be happy to throw together a quick video and see if it runs or not. So thanks for watching. Leave the comments and subscribe to this playlist so you can see the next time I post something about Surface.